It's going to negatively impact tens of millions, hundreds of millions of people. It's going to create a police state. My parents, Polish citizens, lived in Stalin's Soviet Union. My mother was sent off to Gulag. Why? Because it was a police state. Expect that here for brown people. Even right now in LA, American citizens are afraid to go out, staying home. Expect that nationwide. It's going to wreck our economy by destroying the engine that has driven our economy for 80 years. Innovation through science and technology research. Cut. It's going to choke our air. While everyone else is turning to clean energy, what are we going to do? Burn more oil and coal, which means that people are going to be dying of respiratory diseases, tens of thousands every year. And 10 to 20 million Americans are going to be thrown off healthcare, including children. You're going to see the average lifespan of Americans decline. It's going to bankrupt the country by creating massive deficits, and it's going to be reverse Robin Hood. Take money from the poor, give it to billionaires. So what can we do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give this country a year and a half more. I was born and raised in this country, owe this country a lot. Consider myself patriotic. I've got to fight this. The patriotic thing to do is to try to weaken Donald Trump. He's wholly un-American. He's attacking America's freedom and liberty. And I'm going to work my tail off to try to weaken him, get Democrats in office if there are fair elections in 2026. I'll be actively protesting. I hope you're out there too. I'll be donating money to Democratic candidates. I'll be actively working for one or two Democratic candidates I strongly believe in. If we win in 2026, hooray, I'll stay and work some more. But if not, I got to be honest. People always ask me, is it time to leave yet? If 2026 goes kaplooey, yeah, it'll be time to go. And sadly, I'll be going.
I'm not MAGA, please don't scroll. I have a moral compass and a soul, and I woke up super frustrated because of all this big, beautiful bill stuff. It's like having flashbacks of that thing we went through not too long ago that cost over 1 million American lives. Just trying to tell people to protect themselves, protect their loved ones, even people that we don't necessarily agree with or even like. They sure as hell don't like us. And we watched countless family members of theirs pass away due to that horrible pandemic. And now you've got countless MAGA influencers all over the web rooting for the big, beautiful bill because Donald Trump supports it 100%. Even though the very same things that all these MAGA influencers and MAGA members of Congress railed against Biden for, not putting America first, increasing taxes to the middle class, you don't get your no tax on tips, and the no tax on overtime is so specific, you're still going to be taxed on overtime. But not only that, for your own self-serving purposes, your rural hospitals in your red states, your senior living assisted facilities, they're going to be shut down. Because in red states, they all rely on Medicaid and Medicare to function. This is going to affect everyone, red and blue states. But red states, your governors and your members of Congress and your state legislator all lie to you. Y'all do not have the state budget to finance your own healthcare programs. Your mothers, your fathers, your sons, your daughters, your nieces, your nephews, your brothers, your sisters, they all rely on one or all of the programs that this big, beautiful bill is going to cut. And the MAGA influencers out there, the Charlie Kirks, are being paid handsomely to tell you that's not true. This bill is big, but mark my words, there's absolutely nothing beautiful about it. This is not America first. And you know what? Even if you're MAGA and you can't stand me, an independent progressive, I still don't want to see bad things happen to you or your family. Because an actual patriot has concern for all Americans. Donald Trump isn't a patriot. We lost over 1 million Americans and he treated it like it was just another Tuesday. If any pro-Trump online or TV personality is telling you to support this thing, they don't care about you, MAGA. Real patriots care about you. Even though all this MAGA stuff, this hate, this police state has given us every single reason in the book not to. I have said and will continue to say, Republicans are welcome at my table anytime, even if we disagree. And there should be a shared mutual respect as Americans. Not MAGA. MAGA's a lie. And every single voice supporting this thing is being paid
Look, I voted for Trump, and I'll be the first to tell you that I'm not down with this big, beautiful bill. And let me tell you why. People say all the time, oh, you Trump supporters are in a cult. No, we're not, because we are not in blind obedience to one individual. We are more than willing and happy to criticize our own, and that is how it should be in the political arena. We see so much in this big, beautiful bill that actually is the opposite of much of what we actually voted for. We see a continued increase in spending, unnecessary spending. Not only that, but we also see the increase and encroachment of AI. We see funding of pet projects that we do not agree with. And we are going to raise our voices against it, as any well-educated electorate should do. You know, Elon Musk is right in calling it a disgusting abomination. And I think that the Trump administration needs to realize just how damaging it will be if we wind up passing this bill, continue this trend of wasteful spending, and then wonder why individuals don't show up in the midterms to vote for this continued irresponsibility. The reason people voted for Trump is because we want to see fiscal responsibility. We want to see an end to waste, fraud, and abuse. And we don't want Republicans to say one thing and do another. That's what people on the left are very accustomed to, is their politicians saying one thing and doing another. They're just used to it at this point. They have Stockholm syndrome. But we demand better, as we should. That's why I myself, and many others like me, do not agree with this big, beautiful bill, and want to see it actually redrafted to only include the things that matter to average, everyday Americans.
In truth, Republicans don't want to pass this bill. They know this bill is ass. Okay? So much so that you got 2 senators resigning because this bill is so bad. They don't want to vote on this bill. You also have 2 that have already said no. There are 2 that said no already. Okay? And I think they can't have no more than 3 say no to this bill. They do not want this bill to pass because they know this bill is going to be the worst bill in American history. They know it. And they're trying to, that's why they're doing all this votorama. That's why they're doing all the big dog. They know that bill is trash. And they're trying to soften the blow, which is not going to soften anything. They're making cuts to Medicaid. Some of y'all hospitals are going to shut down. And for MAGA, some of y'all gonna get y'all ass up to go to a hospital that either A, no longer exists, or B, doesn't take your plan anymore. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Y'all gonna get up. Your granddaddy gonna need his, diabetes medicine, and he's not gonna be able to get it because of this shit.